Hello, welcome. Joe here from Way Scarff Way. Today we're going to talk about this awesome 2022 Kia Niro EV. This is the EX model for 2022. We got some changes, some notable changes with the Kia Niro EV. More standard equipment. A Harman Kardon audio system is standard on the EX. You get a larger display, and we get standard heated seats. This one is really in nice shape. This one has 42,276 miles at the time of making this video. If you're looking for a pre-owned EV, there's a lot of choices out there, but the Kia Niro is one awesome one. This has a fully charged range of about 240 miles. You can DC fast charge it, so if you want to go on a road trip, you can DC fast charge it. You can get a full charge. Well, you can charge to about 80% in about 20 to 40 minutes. Then you can also home charge it. You can charge it with a regular 110 outlet, but the most efficient way to home charge is through a 220 outlet where you can get a full charge in about 9 hours. So it's kind of like an electric toothbrush. You use it, then you put it on its charger, and the next time you use it, it's fully charged. That's the amazing thing about EVs is your house is a gas station. And luckily, if you live in the Pacific Northwest, like we do here at Way Scarff Way, we benefit from really low utility rates thanks to getting a lot of our energy from hydroelectric. We have some of the lowest electricity rates in the whole country. So even more so, people will benefit from EVs in the Pacific Northwest. And we also have really high gas prices. Even though we have gas refineries in our state and here in Washington, gas can sometimes be $4 to $5 a gallon. So between more expensive gas in the other parts and then other states and really low electricity rates, it's almost a no-brainer for a lot of people to consider an EV for their next vehicle. And EV technology is pretty amazing, and Kia is one of the pioneers of it. They make some really fantastic EVs throughout their brands. Kia, their sister company Hyundai, they make a lot of fantastic EVs, very well received by the automotive press. This one is compact, so it's small and easy to maneuver in a city and urban environment, but it's still very spacious on the inside. I'm 6'2". I have tons of headroom, tons of legroom back here, very comfortable. We have a copy of the original build sheet on this one. This was not cheap by any means. The original MSRP was $42,420. Man, that's almost like luxury car territory. But luckily on the pre-owned market, I don't get too much in the pricing because, for one, we change our prices on a weekly basis. So if I talk about pricing on this car specifically, it might be different a couple weeks from now or a couple months from now if we still have it. Or maybe you're just watching this video for information and you're watching this on YouTube 5 years in the future. Well, pricing will be way out of whack. But right now you can get as of December 2024 on the pre-owned market, depending on the miles and the features, you can get into a nice EV Kia Niro like this for the mid to low $20,000 price range. Not too bad at all, considering this was over $40,000 when it was brand new. So this has a lot of standard equipment, but it does have a few optional odds and ends. Specifically, the cold weather package is really an important feature if you live in a colder climate. The cold weather package was $1,100. It gives you a battery heater. That's important because for the battery to work efficiently in cold weather and for it to charge efficiently, you need it to be warm. So that battery heater is very important. Then we have a heat pump, which is equally important. A heat pump is a much more efficient way of heating the vehicle in colder weather, taking less energy away from the battery. Obviously, this does have an engine where you can get heat from the engine running like a gas car. So you need to take energy from the battery to also heat it in cold weather. So that heat pump makes a big difference. And then we also have a nice heated steering wheel. Really, really nice. We have a nice upscale interior, a nice leather up wheel. It looks like we have paddle shifters, but these are actually paddle shifters are actually to control regenerative braking. You can hit this button and it will make more aggressive regenerative braking, slowing the vehicle down with the battery, not with the brakes. And that's the thing with EVs is maintenance. You have a lot lower maintenance costs on EVs versus a comparable gas car or an ICE car. Most people think about, I'm going to save money on electricity versus gas. Well, you're also going to save money on maintenance. You don't have as many EVs are far less complex than a gas car. Gas cars have thousands of moving parts. EVs have dozens. There's no oil changes, no big 60, 90K services, no oil to leak, no coolant systems, no coolant leaks, no exhaust systems, no catalytic converters to go bad or to get stolen. There's just far less complexity. And then regenerative braking also makes EVs more efficient because they take that energy that you'd normally lose through heat through braking and they recapture it and they put it back in the battery by reversing the polarity of the electric motor to slow down the vehicle, turning it into a generator. So that makes it much more efficient. But a nice dividend of that regenerative braking is that since you're using the electric motor to slow the vehicle down quite often, you're using the actual brakes less. So brakes could last, 100, 150,000 miles, even longer. And brakes are expensive. Brakes is one of the bigger maintenance items. If you have a vehicle like this that needs new front and rear brakes, that could be $800 to $1,200. Not cheap. And EVs are also proving to last long. I've read some articles coming out that originally EVs are actually tending to last a lot longer than originally expected. Most people thought the EV batteries would wear out after 8 to 10 years. Now they're saying that the EV batteries could last as long as 20 years. So it's turning out that despite all that early scare tactics, you're going to have to replace your EV battery, it turns out that EVs are actually lasting longer in many cases than gas cars. The average lifespan of a gas car is about 150,000 miles, and many don't make it 20 years. So, with a battery that's robust and could last a long time, and you have a lack of moving parts, dozens instead of thousands of moving parts, there's just a lot less to go wrong. So this nice upscale leather trimmed interior. I don't know if it's real or synthetic leather. I think it's synthetic, but it looks and feels convincingly real. We have this nice contrast stitching, nice black piano finish. We have a navigation system. We have a rear parking camera. Great audio system. This has a Harman Kardon audio system. The Kia Niro is not quite as in your face about its styling like a Tesla or other EVs where it says, hey, I'm clearly driving an EV. A Kia Niro is kind of a little bit more under the radar. There's actually gas hybrid versions of this car. This is obviously completely battery electric version. But if you're kind of adverse to making a fashion statement with a Tesla, or you don't want a big learning curve of just having to do everything through a screen, and you want an EV that functions and has pretty much the same switchgear as a regular gas car, enter the Kia Niro. Operating it and has a regular start button, a regular gear selector. It's pretty much very similar to operating a gas car, except you don't put gas in it, you just plug it in at night when you're done. There's the electric motor, inverter, and other stuff to service the vehicle. Nice, easy access. They restyled the front end a little bit for 2022. We have the new Kia logo, nice projector lights, LED running lights. You have a little bit of a blue on the bottom of the front fascia, indicating that this one's a EV version of the Niro. Even though it is a compact, you still have generous rear seat accommodations. I'm 6'2". I had that front seat adjusted for my height. I have plenty of legroom back here, plenty of headroom. Very, very comfortable vehicle for 4 full-size adults. Obviously 5 in a pinch, but 4 full-size adults definitely in complete comfort. And being a hatchback, it's also very functional and practical as far as rear cargo space goes. You have a lot of space back here, a little bit extra storage. This is where the EV charger will go. This one will come with a charger. And then, if need be, you can fold down those rear seats for even more cargo space, turning it into almost like a little cargo van. Well, there we have it. A very nice example of a 2022 Kia Niro. It's just yelling at me, reminding me, hey, in case you forgot, I'm still running, because you don't have an engine running, so it's kind of easy to walk away. So the reason why it beeps like that is saying, hey, just in case, before you walk away, just remember I'm running. Well, there you have it, a beautiful example of a 2022 Kia Niro EX EV. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.